Hey, welcome back. So good to see you again. All right, today I wanted to talk about how I'm able to take a year off of school or a year off of work. I've had some people ask me, financially, how can you handle that? Debt, student loans. Luckily, my student loans are paid off. And also, we're really lucky the fact that we were able to pay off our debt, most of our debt most of all of it, during COVID. When 2020 COVID started and they sent us home as teachers, my husband's job also sent him home. So we both were working out of our house. And we're like, this can't be going on for very long. I mean, I would imagine we'll be back in school in 3 or 4 weeks, not months. And of course, we were wrong. So I thought, well, this is a good time to pay off some debt. We can't go on a vacation right now, and so we won't be able to use that money. So it's probably a good time to use that to pay off debt instead. So we started to pay off our debt. And the first thing that went was my student loans when I went back for my master's degree. And so I got that paid off. And then we got the house paid off. And we didn't have any other debt at that point. So we were like in a good place. So then we started to put more money away. So we didn't have to pay off any debt. So we're putting more money away in the bank, more money away in our 401k, 403b. And I looked at the finances one day and I said, I could take a year off and I don't think it would change much of anything. And as COVID progressed and we got into 2021 and then 2022, 2021, I made this decision. I was like, life is too short. I'm not enjoying my job right now. All the politics and the leaders and the administrators and the fact that I don't know if anybody knows what's going on. And I'm not saying I could do a better job. I don't want that job at all. It's bad enough dealing with the parents I had to deal with, let alone dealing with all the parents. And one principal I had at one point, she said, I would like to be the principal of an orphanage. And I looked at her, I'm like, what? She goes, think about it. No parents. Like, true, no parents. So after looking through our finances and doing our budget and seeing how much we spend versus how much we make and keeping the fact that there's certain things I would want to be able to keep doing, I decided that, talking to my husband, we looked at all the numbers and we said, I could take a year off. I could take a year off to work back up on my mental health, which was kind of in a bad place because of the craziness at school, anxiety, depression. It was really hard. And so we decided I could take a year off. And so I said, I'm taking a year off. Not saying that people were happy about me taking a year off. There are 35 teaching jobs open in the town I live in the school district I work for. We'll go back to work for, maybe. And so they need teachers. Everyone needs teachers. It's just a little crazy right now because the administration and the school boards and the superintendents, they don't know what's going on. They're not very helpful. I read a quote that said the teachers talk to the administrators talk to the school board talks the administrators talk to the superintendents talks to the school board is scared of the parents, and the parents are scared of the kids. So it's not a good place to be because there's I don't want to say control, but it's just being overrun. It's just being overrun. We've got so many kids who just, not in my classes, I must admit, I had really good kids in my classes, but in the hallways and other places, just crazy. Fights in the hallways would break out. Of course, these are destroying education, completely destroying it. Parents don't want to be without being able to contact their child 24/7, and so they don't want those phones being taken away. But I can tell you from experience that you can teach or you can police phones, but you honestly cannot do both at the same time. And if you do, you're failing at both of them. You need to do one or the other. Problem is, we are teachers. We don't really want to police phones. And our school district says the policy is if the phone is out, you tell them to put it away. If you see it again, you tell them to take it to the office. That's a fight and a half by itself. And it's not a nice place to be. I mean, I've sent plenty of kids to the office with their phones. Some of them don't ever make it. They just disappear. And I see them the next day. And I'm like, you need to take your phone to the office. And then they'll either take their phone to the office or disappear again. And I've contacted parents and they always just tell me, well, thank you. Please do whatever you need to do. Like, I need you to do something, though. Don't you understand? I need you to talk to your child about phone use and how it shouldn't be used during school. I mean, a lot of kids are like, meet me in the hallway. I'm going to get a bathroom pass and then we can have a fight, or meet me in the hallway so we can have a conversation and I'm going to get a bathroom pass. Our bathrooms were full of people during school. I'd go, if I had a break, not a break, but a prep period, I'm like, I'm going to run to the bathroom. And it'd be full of kids. We were always asked to go to the bathrooms every so often so we could check in. Full of kids. I'm like, guys, go back to class. Go, 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 go. And they all scatter back to class, we hope. But who really knows? Our school's really big with a lot of places that you could hide. So I decided life was too short to deal with all of that at this point in time, hoping that maybe in a year the kids will get used to being back in school, used to the routine. If not, I guess being poor is not so bad. But we'll see. But the reason I was able to do this is because we were able to save more money during 2020 for sure. Not knowing what was going to happen, it was just easier to put the money away and to pay off the debt than to worry about, oh no, what could happen? It kind of reminded me of a little bit of 9/11 again. We didn't have a clue what was going to happen after 9/11. And, it was kind of like, well, let's just sit on what we got. Let's not spend a lot of money. Let's see what's going to happen. Of course, now with the stock market going and crypto going and everything else just dropping, it's a little uncomfortable. But I figure we've got good investments and hopefully they're just going to all recover eventually by the time we retire so that it's, we can have a comfortable retirement. So that's why I'm able to stay home for a year. Also, my husband has a great job. And like my daughter likes to point out, I didn't work for about 10 years. I kind of worked part-time here and there during those 10 years, but not really heavy duty. And we lived on his income just fine. So not a lot of fun though. But I think we're going to be okay. I think I'm going to be able to figure out what I really want to do. Do I really want to go back or do I want to pursue something else in the future? And that is another reason I'm doing the Camino de Santiago. I think that time on the road, just walking with my own thoughts, will really help me figure out who I am, where I'm going. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in my life, and someone said to me, well, where's it coming from? And I'm like, I don't know. And I thought about it, and it's coming from me. I am putting a lot of pressure on myself. I always have. And so getting rid of the school pressure, at least, I still feel the pressure, but not like that. And I'm hoping to be able to push that pressure away, since it's me pushing it on me, kind of get rid of it a little bit, at least a little bit. I'm always like, do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. In that book, 4,000 Weeks, when I read it, I was like, I gotta relax. My life is too short to be stressing myself out and pushing myself to these ridiculous limits. And so I hope to do that. But hey, thanks for stopping by today. It's so good to see you again. And if you could, please like the video. And if you aren't subscribed, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Hey, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.